Bee Kheng, thank you so much for today.
Welcome to Cisco.
Bee Kheng, share with our audience, what was your childhood like?
I have a very nice childhood. I think there were a lot of play. It's not like my parents were like asking me to study a lot. I live in a kampong where there are lots of kids, and then we create our own games. There weren't electronics at that time, and then we just enjoy ourselves.
Bee Kheng, I understand you study accounting at university.
Yeah.
How did you get interested in it?
I never got interested in accounting. Partly because, so my ambition was to become a hairdresser, but then it didn't come true. I'm a person who is very affiliated to the arts and the creativity. But then I said, okay, let me try out a professional degree, which would be like something like an accountancy, because I want to test myself to say, I can do it. And I'm the kind of person who say if I try to do something, I can do it.
And Bee Kheng, your first job after graduation was at a Big Four. And what was the light bulb moment for you when you decided to switch industry from accounting to IT?
To me is that sometimes doesn't matter what you study, whatever you want to do, you can achieve it. Yeah, coming into the technology sector isn't something that I thought I would do. After Deloitte's, the Big Four, I went into IBM. Then when you're in it, you become passionate about it. When you learn more, you want to do more, and that's where your career takes off.
Bee Kheng, was there a process to find your passion, or it just came to you during your work?
A lot of people actually say, I need to find my passion. But I always feel that sometimes let the passion find you. That means that when you're in it and you spend a lot of time in it and you are good at it, become an expert, then passion will find you. I always advise people, don't keep searching for your passion. Maybe you should be good at it, spend a lot of time in it. When you're good at something, you have to spend at least 10,000 hours on it, right? If you want to be an expert in playing the piano, you want to be an expert in gymnastics, you want to be an expert in something, you need to spend the time. Then once you spend the time, you get better at it, then the passion will find you.
I love that. And Bee Kheng, can you tell us more about your current role?
I am the Managing Director for Cisco Singapore and Brunei, managing the operation here. There is a part of my role which is, people will think that may not be so glamorous, which is, day in, day out, deliver the numbers, making sure that we bring growth to Cisco in the country. But there's also another part of the role which I'm really very passionate about, which is what we call the national engagement of all the country, which means that what we are trying to do for Singapore is a few things. Making the country more secure, bringing innovations to this country, and also build the relevant skills for Singapore. Because the technology right now, when you're looking at it, is actually disrupting a lot of industries. So what do we do with the resources or the people who are being disrupted, and how can we help as a company to be able to make sure that the people have the relevant skills for the next few years.
And what motivates you as a leader?
The people. If you as a leader have the right people who are motivated and being very energized, and they love their job, that is the part that motivates me a lot because you have a high performance, high energized team who are not afraid to do things that they have not done before. So that is the part where I love.
Do you think parenthood has changed your management style or career ambitions?
So when they were young, I make a conscious effort that, I don't want to do any regional job because I need to spend some time with them. And it's also when you're a mother, sometimes you get this affiliation very much, like very close to the kids. And that's the part where you choose not to be doing like regional job, and you choose to be more country bound. But at a certain point in time, I think I decided that I do have to care about my own career, because I need to also center around me. If I'm not happy, then I won't create a home environment that is good as well. So at one point in time, I said, if I want to grow my career, then I have to take a regional job, and that's where I decided to do an ASEAN job. And I remembered I was talking to my friend, and she was also struggling with the same kind of decision points. And I told her that for me, I want to come back to myself, look at center around myself first, instead of center my life around my kids. That's my decision.
And I think you just brought up a very good point about I need to be happy first, so that my kids will be happier.
Correct.
And BK, there's a growing push in society for companies to have more proactive back-to-work policies for moms. In your opinion, what kind of arrangements work best and what doesn't?
Cisco has a very good work policy. We are flexible in terms of whether you can work from home or in office or anywhere. The reason is because we have the technology that allows whether it is mom or dad to be able to do that. I guess a lot of times we talk about mom, but we forgot about the dad, right? Because dad can play a very important role in a mom's career as well. So we use the technology that we have, which is the collaboration technology, to allow people to work anywhere, anytime, any place, and wherever they want to. So and then we have a flexi hour. We don't really enforce people to come into office. Cisco is a very good environment for mom as well as for dad. That's, I think, my ideal environment.
Yeah, it's amazing office. It's beautiful.
Yes.
We just had a tour and a great view, and it seems like it's a very hot desking environment as well.
It's totally mobile. Everyone, including me, the ASEAN president, the APJ presidents, they're all mobile. So they don't have a room, they don't have a fixed desk. And for us, this is changing the culture and changing the way we work. This to us is the future of work.
Transparency.
Yes, correct.
Yeah. And BK, lots of professional mothers feel guilty when making sacrifices.
Yeah.
How do you deal with this guilt?
Do not have any guilt. Just move on. I think to me, guilt is the worst feeling to have. If you're guilty, but when you're guilty means you're guilty of something in the past, correct? It's not something that is at present. If you're with your kids, you're more present, then don't feel the guilt because you're present. And if you're guilty about the future, it hasn't happened yet, so why? So for me, no guilt.
I think when you said to be present, so it's all about the quality of time that you spend with your kids.
Yes, correct.
Oh,
Yeah,
very nice.
and sometimes I think you also have to explain to the kids, right, that that a lot of things that we do actually are for them, and sometimes the reason why maybe they sometimes don't understand is because we have not explained enough to them about why we are working this way, or maybe we have not explained to ourselves as well why we are working this way, why we do certain things and all this. But if you know the reason, you know the whys for yourself and also for the kids, I think then you create an understanding of, you know, and very importantly, again, I want to stress, do not have any guilt feeling. It's not a good feeling to have.
Absolutely. What kind of support structure do you have at home to enable you excel in your career?
When my kids were young, I do have my parents, and I think Singapore is actually great for women because we have the helpers to help us, and then, you know, at least we can focus a lot on our work. So I have that support structure. When my kids were at a very young age, I do send them to nursery school so that they, you know, can learn a lot of social interaction as well. Because for me, social interactions to me and the confidence are more important than, you know, pure academics.
What should professional mothers consider before starting employment and a new company?
You have to understand exactly what you want first and what you can sacrifice. I always tell people that first understand yourself, understand what you want, understand what you can sacrifice first, and then if you really have that centered within yourself, then whatever opportunity that comes in, you can actually say, this is what I want and this is not what I want, and you can also ask the right questions, do the right analysis. What I feel about a lot of women is that they tend to want to do jobs that they feel comfortable with, and if you do jobs that you're comfortable with, then to me is you're not stretching yourself. So I think women have to stretch themselves and do jobs that they think they do not really have the skill for it. Sometimes you never test yourself, you will never know.
A lot of people like to be in the comfort zone. That's why it calls comfort zone, because they feel comfortable. And in terms of the mindset, how we can break out of that and get out from the comfort zone?
Don't be in the comfort zone.
That's so easy.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
It's true. I'm always very wary when I'm doing a job and I'm at the comfort zone. I know that I will not give my best and I would not think outside the box. I would not think of risky things to do. It's like you, right? You came out and do half the sky.
Yes.
I think you feel very uncomfortable and it's a big risk for you.
Definitely.
But it's very rewarding.
And we're growing as well.
Yeah.
As we're taking risks and get out from our comfort zone. It's not easy.
It's not easy.
Yeah.
Nobody says it's easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's an exciting journey. And BK, with the growing skill gap, how can female professionals stay relevant in the tech space?
Read a lot, learn a lot, continuously learning is very important. And I think one thing that female may not be doing very well is in the networking space. So maybe how you network, maybe not in the traditional way, using social media, using other ways to network could be important. So I guess your platform could be one of the ways that the woman can do network without actually spending a lot of hours, you know, bonding with other people. But the networking actually is important.
And BK, how can we attract more female professionals to be interested in STEM while traditionally they're intimidated by it?
I guess using us as examples, using us that it's possible to be in STEM, even as a woman with family, with kids, and playing many roles. But I do urge women who are already in STEM to have the staying power. You can do it. Definitely. Just have more confidence in yourself.
Bee Kheng, Half the Sky is a career platform for women, and it connects women to better jobs at companies that care. In your opinion, what companies should do to attract and retain female talent?
Of course, the companies should make use of Half the Sky platform to be able to find the women talent.
Thank you, yes.
That they want. But I just give an example for Cisco, which is a very diverse company, and is intended to do that.
So Bee Kheng, what are your thoughts on a platform like Half the Sky?
I think it's a very good platform that you have that is specifically for women, and I just hope that more women knows that you are doing such a great thing for them. So to be able to come out and specifically be so deeply believed in doing something for women and creating this platform is definitely such a great act on your part. And I just hope that more companies and more women will find your platform, use your platform, and then be able to find the right job or get the right candidates.
I think with you being our advocate and role model, definitely we can attract a lot more women sign up on the platform. Yes.
Thank you for
Thank you so much, Bee Kheng.
Thank
You're
you.
wonderful.